I need to record this because I just realized something. A few days ago, I started working on the puzzle from hell. It was god awful, but I did it. It was a 1,000-piece puzzle with little 1-inch pieces and with only 2 in and 2 out. And they're almost always all identical. Anyway, I became obsessed with it. It's like, you will not defeat me. So I did the puzzle. It took me about 4 days. And one day I worked 8 hours, probably. A good 8 hours, maybe more. And the other days it was like 3-4 hours at a time. I was determined. And in the course of that, my daily routine changed, which didn't seem, any big deal. Oh, and by the way, the puzzle was missing 3 fucking pieces. And one of them I probably searched a whole half a day looking for, and finally realized, there's nothing these colors in this puzzle anymore. Anyway, so much for that. Anyway, back to my routine being changed. I realized that, I had, my basic routine, get up in the morning and feed my pets and that kind of thing stayed the same. But the rest of my day was different. I wasn't doing the same things. And I have recently stopped being in a play that I was in was involved in for 2.5 months with rehearsals and performances. So that just ended. And then I did the puzzle and everything's just been a little different. And I was just thinking about how that change in my routine triggered something else. I recently, sorry, I have a cold, I have allergies. I recently contacted a local author. He's actually a photographer, but he publishes books. Anyway, he recently published this book of his photographs that I thought was beautiful, and I wanted a copy. So we made arrangements to meet, and we're Facebook friends, but I've never known him, never met him in person. So we got to chit-chatting, and he was just a very, very wonderful, nice, warm human being. And I thought, well, that was really nice. That's something that is something I just don't do. I don't go meet people like that. That's not who I am. And so that was different. And I got home and I'm perusing this book it's a beautiful book that he published of his photography. And as I'm doing this, I recalled this reel that I saw, I don't know, a month or so ago, I don't remember when, where someone was talking about taking all their handwritten notes that they had laying all over their house they've just done from year to year, that they were putting them into a book. And I haven't looked yet, but I don't think I saved the reel. But I thought, well, what a great idea, because I have a gazillion notes and half-written spiral notebooks and stuff. So I'm going to start a journal and half-written stuff. I have stuff like that all over my house that I've had for years. And I've been thinking, God, what do I do with this stuff? I've gotten rid of a lot of it. But, a lot of it's stuff I wrote, songs I wrote, poems I wrote, just writing, thoughts I write. And I thought, this is, my kids are probably never going to, they're going to look at this and go, oh, God, I'm not going to read all that. And I don't blame them. It would be kind of cool if they did. But anyway, I thought, what I should do while I'm looking at his book, I'm thinking, oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go through and pull out all that crap and start sorting it by category, by theme, or whatever. I'm not even sure, maybe by year. And then I'm going to put them on papers and scan them and then digitize those, then those, create PDFs that those could be part of a book. I used to publish a magazine, so I know somewhat how that stuff works. So I started pulling all this crap out. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Oh my God, I'm making a mess. Ah! And I'm thinking, God, is this really something I should do? Well, about a minute, right before I started this video, I watched a reel that was talking about Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aquarius. Their lives were gonna just take off. and I am an Aquarius, Cancer rising, and my Mars is in Aries. So 3 of those really heavily affect me, and my Venus is in Capricorn. So there you go. But I read the descriptions of what each one of those were supposed to do, and it was like, oh my God, it was basically saying, this is what you need to do. It was like you have some new idea that you're going to take off with, and it's going to affect their next 29 years. Well, I don't know that I'll still be here in 29 years, but whatever there is, it's going to affect. And I just thought about, whoa, that underlined what I'm already thinking, what I've been thinking all afternoon. And I got to thinking, because I changed my routine, my whole life opened up a different thing, something totally new and exciting to think about. Oh, and the other thing that I've been contemplating, and I recently saw just in this last week, was this, her name's Andrea Art, whatever, Andrea _art, I think is the name of her Instagram or Facebook, I don't remember. But she does watercolor art, and she does these reels where she just shows you in a really fun, simple way how to create these cute little things and how to play with the paint. And I thought, I've got to do this. And I was thinking, I have some ideas for characters that I kind of want to create. And I'm thinking that could be part of this book, as well as all my art can be put into this book. I'm thinking this is something that it'll be just for me, probably. Nobody will probably ever want it, but I don't care. I just feel like this is a great way to record my history in a fun way and in a light way. Anyway, I just had to get this down because it's really exciting, and that video just blew me away. Anyway, if you listen this far, thanks. Stay tuned.